let me bring on this amazing preschool all-star. She wins the cake with getting as many students as she did in such a short time as she did, but most importantly, how much money she stuck in her bank account after the founding family script. Let's bring her to the stage. Everybody welcome Jennifer Netherland. Hey friend, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, thank you for hanging. I know I took you a couple minutes later than expected, but thanks for being here.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh. So let's bring your story to life here. So tell me, how long ago did you get introduced into my world?
It was right before the challenge. Like I was just sitting there on a Sunday morning scrolling and you popped up and I'm like, you said, do you want to start your own preschool? And I go, yes, I think I do.
That's awesome.
I did.
Right. So. Okay. So right before the challenge, saw my book ad, got my book and everything. Now tell me about your background. What is your experience, your education? Like, who were you before you met me?
I've been an elementary teacher for 14 years. And so I'm, of course, a mom. I have 2 grown children. Went to college at 30 and graduated at 36. So I just turned 50 this year and just knew that something needed to change.
Yeah. So in elementary, what grades did you teach?
I taught everything from kindergarten to 5th grade.
Beautiful. Had you ever taught preschool before?
No.
Okay. Never taught preschool, no. Didn't get your early childhood education degree. You had an elementary ed degree.
Well, it's in Texas. It's both. It's
perfect.
EC.
Okay.
It's EC through 8th grade awesome. Is what I'm. Yeah.
Cool. Had you ever run a business before?
In my previous marriage, yes, I did, but I was not part of the business part of it. I was just kind of the power, the worker.
Yeah, right. The doer.
The cleaner.
Yeah, right. Awesome. That's very cool. Okay. So you saw me and you jumped into the challenge. Now you did all the assignments. You worked through all of your fears, but tell me how you were feeling like, because this was quite a different thing though, to go from elementary school teacher. Were you currently teaching in the district?
Yes, and that was what was so scary. Yeah. And I'd already decided I wasn't going back to that district, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And so this was like, okay, this is my chance to get out of public education and just do what I know needs to happen for kids.
Love it. Everybody, did you hear? She raised the stakes. Oh my gosh, because this was literally your opportunity. Let's go all in and leave the district, right? Okay, so you did your challenge. You got your founding family stuff ready. What were you feeling before you clicked post or whatever we click on it?
Scared to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was going to see it. And that we live in a small community. So everybody was going to see it. So I have lots of Facebook friends and I just knew it was, and then immediately everybody just started commenting, oh my God, you're leaving the public ISD? And I'm like, yes. They're like, wow, okay. I'm like, yep, that's me. Crazy Jen.
Yeah. Had you already signed your contract for the next year? Did you not sign it? Were you in a waiting period where you didn't need to sign it yet? Like, how did that go? Because obviously if everybody knew all of a sudden you're not going to be returning, right?
Right. I'd already told them I wasn't returning. Okay. So yeah.
Awesome. You burned your boats.
This or find another job, and I just knew that God was saying, I really did feel that he was saying, this is, you're out. This is, I'm giving you this, go.
Yes.
So
I love that. So you did local preschool, and with your local preschool, tell me like what you were so excited about it. Like, tell me when you thought about this local preschool and what it could become, what did you envision?
I envisioned what I have now, but then I just see that it could be so much more. I feel like that it's going to grow. And so, I've just had several people say, this could be so big if you branch out. And I'm like, okay, don't do that yet. I'm just 6 weeks in. Let me have some breathing room. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So it went out. Now tell me what happened as soon as it went out. Everybody was like surprised.
Yes.
What was the general response? I mean, did you have some support? Was anybody negative on the post?
No, I didn't have any negative. And then I'm friends with a lot of my past students' parents. It's like, in a small community, you're friends with everybody. And so immediately they started commenting, oh my God, you're so great at this. You're going to be great, and just, she's the best teacher. And then they just started sharing, and just everybody just started sharing. So it just went. And then, like Miranda was saying, or I can't remember who it was, but most of my students are people I don't even know. It's not necessarily people that I know. And it's like people that I know didn't end up signing up. They already had their kids plugged in other places. And so it was kind of cool to have people that you don't know send you money.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
I'm like, I'll take your money.
Were you a little bit like, you saw me literally on your Facebook feed? You got my book, and then like you ran into my challenge real fast, and you posted the script. So within like what? You're probably talking 7 days, 14 days you had known me, because it was pretty fast, right? Okay.
Yeah, really fast.
Did you have some like thoughts in your head, like, who the heck is this girl? Like, is she legit? Is this actually gonna work?
Yeah, totally. I'm like, there is no book coming in the mail. I just sent $7.95 to this lady, and there is no book coming in the mail. And then there it was. And so I just, as a teacher, you just like speed read. So I just read through it, and I'm like, oh, I could totally do this, And so I'm like, anybody can do this. You lay it all out there. I'm like, so, and then the hub, I mean, I couldn't have done it without the hub by any means. So I'm like just completely shocked every day that I have a website and it's up and it's running and people are sending me money and it's going into my account. I'm like, it's crazy.
Right. It's like magic. Okay, let's back up real quick before we talk about that. So let's back up and talk about, so you sent it out into the world. Tell me the response. As soon as you sent it out, you got all these comments and shares and things like that. But what about the signups? What started happening?
Yeah. So I had my 7 in probably 24 hours, I think. And then I had I had another lady that was from our church, and she goes, oh my gosh, did I miss it? And so I added 2 more founding families. Awesome. I'm like, I couldn't leave her out. And so I have 9 founding family members. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I went back and I was looking at your notes of like when you were posting like your, oh my gosh, right moments. And it said 2 in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Did it really come that fast, huh?
Yeah. And they just Venmo'd me because I didn't have the hub, and so I didn't have a way to get money. Yeah. And so they just Venmo'd me the money, and I'm like, whoa, these people don't even know me.
I love
They're sending me money. But
and now let me speak to that though, because I think a lot of people are confused. Like, wait a second, why are people just going to send us money without registration forms and all these things? And let me ask you, why do you think, going through the challenge experience, what do you think allowed you to be in a place to receive money?
I think the script was, it basically lays it out there, and, they can read through that. And then, you don't have a website, you don't have anything, but you've got people that are friends with you that are, vouching for you on your post. But, I just think that people are desperate for a preschool like what we're doing, and, especially for me with local, there's not any local around here that are not already booked and waiting list out. And so I think that was the big deal. They're like, oh my gosh, a preschool that I can actually get into quickly. Right. So, yeah.
And I think too, like when you curate your Facebook profile and you've got the beautiful graphics and it's got the logo and the name, and your Facebook looks like this is what you do, like you look legit, right?
Yeah. Canvas is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
Or Canva. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Now I do have the amount. Do you remember the amount that you made during that founding family period?
Well, 132 times 9. So,
right.
Yeah. Whatever that is.
Let me get out my calculator. Make sure we're saying the same number. 132 times 9. Perfect. $1,188. That's exactly what I had to. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Almost $1,200 that you made. 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks or 1 week after ordering my book? Like probably 1 or 2?
Yeah, probably 2. Mm-hmm.
You thought you would never get the book in the mail. And here you have almost $1,200 sitting in your bank account that people have Venmo'd you, all because you posted one script on your Facebook page. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. I really did not believe it would happen. And now I have 33 kids, and it's just crazy. I just shake my head every day. Like, this is just like the dream job. And like, it's doable. Like anybody. And I tell my friends, all of them that are teachers, they're stressed out, ready to quit because of all the stipulations they're putting on us. And I'm like, you can do this. This is doable for anybody. And if you want to do it in your home, I just happen to have a church that offered me a building for free. And so, it worked out well, but I mean, you could easily do it in your house.
That's amazing. Holy cow. So that was 6 months ago that you got your very first 9 students signed up. And then here we are 6 months later, you've got 33 students. Absolutely phenomenal. So when you think back to yourself as that teacher, right, in working in the district and saying, I can't do this anymore, speak to the teachers out there, because we actually have a lot of teachers that follow us. So speak to the teachers about what you feel like they need to do.
Well, buy the book. Buy the book first and get that. Do the challenge. It was hard. It was scary. You're going through all the things. Is this the right name? Is my logo right? And looking back, I'm like, that really didn't matter. I mean, yeah, it was cute and it's a great name, but that's not what got people to sign up, and so I was stressing over that for nothing. But I'm making more money than I was teaching. That's the crazy thing, and I'm not full, so I still have 7 spots that I want to fill. And so I'm going to post again tomorrow with you guys, and just I've not been good about the challenge, but I'm working on it. But just overwhelmed with teaching, it's a lot, especially when you're the only employee and you're the custodian and you're all of it. But you're your own boss and you can do what, and that's the deal, is when you're a teacher in the public education, you're doing what they think is right for kids, when in your heart, you don't necessarily agree with. And so now I'm doing what is age appropriate for a 3 and 4 year old, and they're thriving. I mean, they're thriving. And so, I mean, we've already learned the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm like, it's crazy.
That's amazing. So, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So like looking back, you got the book, it was free, but you paid $7.95 for the shipping and handling. You joined the free challenge, and in a 2-week window, you had made almost $1,200 from that $7.95. Good return on investment, we'd say.
Yeah, I would say that. Best investment I've made.
Best investment you've made. Yeah. Jennifer, you're amazing. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see where else you're going to go. Perhaps I'll see you in the next 6 months. We'll have some other amazing news to talk about. Thank you again for being here. You're amazing.
All right. Thank you, Joy, for everything. Bye.
You're welcome. We'll see you soon. If you loved today's episode, then you are going to love this. I want to give you a free gift in your hands. This is a copy of my book, Start Your Preschool, and I want to get it to you for free. Yes, I said for free. It is a 300-page book. It'll help you learn the step-by-step process to actually starting your local or your online preschool. Every single step that I walked myself through, as well as the thousands of women who've created their own successful preschools, have gone through the exact steps listed in this book. Not to mention, I also share 20 amazing women's stories, so you can see how not only did it work for me, but it works for amazing women just like you as well. I want to get you this free copy. Just go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get it to you today. Again, just go to freepreschoolbook.com and we'll get it right to you.